We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves. We making major moves. We going all in. Like we got nothing to lose. We making moves. We making major moves.
What is up, everybody? I'm Mr. Man. Welcome back to my channel. I want to have a real conversation with you guys today. A conversation that not many influencers. I'm not an influencer. I'm a researcher and I give you information here. However, the information I provide is apparently influential. So I want to give you guys some information today that not a lot of people have prepared or even stopped to reflect on, to look at in terms of what life could look like and what they will need to set up. So if we're looking at this impending bull run that people are waiting for, which has happened, it's already been happening since 2022. It's just popping off at different chains. You've seen Solana go for its run already, run up to $300 or so, run back down. Coinbase is doing it. Meme coins are flipping on Coinbase. Meme coins are flipping on Solana. There's movement happening. Now, Bitcoin itself is preparing for the big move when Trump steps into office at this point after the inauguration. This is XRP. Have you ever seen such a bullish candle? This is on the monthly. When I zoom out, that's the monthly. If you thought this was big, just wait. Check this out, okay? So December, I'm going to give you guys a little timeline of events to happen and when we could potentially see the next green bullish candle like that. December 15th, 2024. That is 3 days from today. Today is December 12th, 2024. That is 3 more days until the Financial Accounting Standards Board, the FASB, comes out with ASU 2023-08, and this comes into play. And this now allows for true price discovery of crypto assets. This allows assets to be held within the balance sheet of financial institutions and high net worth investors. Before, these were off balance sheet investments. They didn't exist on the balance sheet. So why this is important now, because now we can see how much crypto these organizations are actually holding and who's holding it. Not just some random wallet moved this, some random wallet moved this large amount, some random wallet moved that large amount. We know who these organizations are. That gives credibility to crypto. That gives legs for crypto. That gives price discovery for crypto. So I'll let the individuals here from the FASB discuss this with you.
Yeah, obviously, the regulator can put in place a strong customer protection regulation, right, and framework. It can also make sure that there is competition, and it's the competition aspect and the good governance that will actually not only spontaneously take care of the user experience and of the prices. So, for example, one of the previous questions that we answered quickly, we don't specifically advocate for the regulator to come in and fix the prices, cap the prices. The assumption is that if there is competition, then the price will reach a market price, and the regulator does not necessarily need to intervene.
Hence, price discovery. That's what that is. Next, moving down the line, we have MiCA coming in. No, is this MiCA? Yeah. The December 30th now, 15 days after the FASB comes out with their financial accounting standards. And why MiCA is important? MiCA is Markets and Crypto Assets Regulation, which is in the EU, that aims to regulate crypto assets and related services. So it protects investors, always, maintaining financial stability, promoting transformation in the crypto asset sector, preventing crypto abuse. The scope of MiCA is the issuance, offering, and trading of crypto assets, the provision of crypto asset services, how you need to look after this stuff, the authorization of supervision of crypto asset service providers and issuers, transparency, disclosure, protection for holders of crypto assets and clients of service providers, measures to prevent insider dealing, unlawful disclosure and market. The timeline is December 2024. It's actually December 30th, 2024. And one thing they left off here on this little brief overview is stable coins. We already have e-money in play, electronic money, digital money. Now what's coming into play is ARTs, asset reference tokens. These are real world assets tied to the token, the stable coin token at that point. Same day, we have EU's new Anti-Money Laundering Act coming into play. And this goes hand in hand with the Bank Secrecy Act, the BSA in the USA. So regulations on the traceability of transfers of funds. The regulation ensures that crypto asset transfers are traceable and that users are authenticated and aligns with FATF standards. They issue the travel, there it is, there are guidelines on the travel rule. These guidelines, that's Financial Action Task Force, FATF. These guidelines outline the information that must accompany transfers and measures that payment service providers must take to address deficiencies in the information provided. Other aspect of EU's AML, anti-money laundering, and counter-terrorist financing, CTF, you'll hear these in conferences. The regulation will make EU rules on beneficial ownership more transparent and harmonized. This is just for EU, the EU region itself. It will also clarify related rules for multi-layer ownership and control structures, transparency. The regulation will reinforce rules regarding transparency with regard to the identification of customers, especially beneficial owners. Member states will be required to hold information on beneficial owners for companies in a central register. The regulation will improve awareness of and responsiveness to any money laundering or terrorist financing weakness. And here's the coordinated policy now. So the regulation will bring about a coordinated European policy to deal with non-EU countries that have insufficient AML CTF regimes. So that is the 30th. That's December 30th what's coming. What happens next? Is this DORA? Here we go. We are still in the EU. DORA comes in. Look how bullish this is. How bullish all these regulations are. How clear and transparent for rules of the road that does this make stablecoin use. And when stablecoins are now used in a legal constructual way to move value and swap value because there's tokenized assets on that ledger, it's going to be holy. It's going to be a coming to Jesus moment. The Digital Operation Resilience Act, DORA, is an EU regulation that aims to strengthen the IT security of financial institutions. I'm sure you can see how these all interconnect now, right? The regulation was adopted in 2022 and will take effect January 17th, 2025. You guys should be writing these dates down in your calendar, but if not, don't worry. I got you covered. I will keep you updated every step of the way. So, DORA requires institutions to implement risk-based security measures such as robust authentication mechanisms, limiting physical and virtual assets to ICT, Internet Computer Technology, I believe that's what it stands for, resources and, or is it Internet Cyber, whatever, one of those things, resources and data, implementing policies for vulnerabilities such as patches and updates. So they're going to streamline everything essentially. Establish incident management procedures to detect, manage, and notify ICT-related incidents. This is all about cybersecurity. Develop business continuity plans and regularly test and update them. Continuity plans, should this happen, fall back to this. Should this happen, we have these plans to continue the operation, right? Our bread and butter, because we have this, we can implement this plan should this happen. We can implement this ERP, emergency response plan, should this happen. Continuity plans. Okay, so map and test the operational resilience of critical IT services, processes, and systems. Implement a third-party risk management framework. Share information and intelligence about cyber threats and vulnerabilities. Participate in voluntary threat intelligence sharing environments. Conduct regular digital operational resilience testing, and that includes vulnerability testing, threat-led penetration testing, ICT risk assessment, scenario-based testing. And what's the next thing? Here we go into the new year now, December 20th. This is the inauguration of Trump. And why is that such a big proponent in this crypto asset bull run right now? Because Trump and the Republicans are all about this Bitcoin strategic reserve. And if they are going to be buying Bitcoin, you better believe Bitcoin is going to be taken off. And where a lot of this money is going to be flowing from Bitcoin increases in ROI, return on investment, it's going to be flowing into those cheaper assets that most of us hold. XRP, XLM, XDC, Algorand, Quant. I don't care if Quant's on Blue Sky. I really don't. The technology itself is good. I don't associate myself with the political findings of individuals. I'm neither here nor there for that. I'm here for the investment and here to make money. That's what I'm here for. End of story. So the inauguration of Donald Trump as the 47th president of the U.S. is scheduled to take place on Monday, January 20th, 2025. You see how it's fire based off of dates and regulations and rules of the roads. On the west front of the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C., the event will be Trump's second inauguration as president in the 60th U.S. president inauguration. And why is this important? Where am I going, Mr. Man? What's the buildup? Where are you taking us to? This right here. This is your financial toolkit for estate planning. Here's the setup. Okay. You have checked your wallet and you've seen this green run up now. And you see a bunch more zeros in your wallet than you've ever seen in your life before. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what that number is to you. We all have our own numbers, but you've seen that number now, or a number that you've never seen before. What do you do? Right? You get all excited. Oh my God, I'm so excited. What do you do? Do you go out and act like a stupid lottery winner and go and buy a Lamborghini? Well, hold on, before we do that, do you withdraw and sell your crypto, which means you're paying taxes on that crypto, to go buy a depreciating asset like a Lamborghini so you can stunt and look good? Do you blow through your money because your emotions lead you? Do you go out and withdraw your crypto or sell your crypto, incurring more capital gains taxes depending on where you are in this world? Go buy a mansion, huh? So now you're buying an overpriced piece of real estate right now, about to get your butt handled. Why are you going to get your butt handled? Because real estate is going to go through a world of hurt, and you don't know this. But yet you are so excited, you want to go buy stuff that you've never had before. Well, let's talk about this, okay? Because you need to do your due diligence. On this channel, I'm an investor first. Emotions take a back seat to my decisions. I lead my emotions do not lead me. So, some of the things you need to have in place. You need to have a will. You need to say where your crypto assets going to go. You need to say where your real estate is going to go. You need to say where your investments are going to go, where your investments are, who can access them, how they can access them, where your passwords are, what your passwords are, who your executor is. You need to have these things in order, because you could be crypto millionaire, walk across the street, boom, get hit, dead, your life is done. Who knows who has access to your softwares, to your wallets at this point? Nobody. Did you plan for that? But you didn't, right? So who are your beneficiaries for insurance? Did you plan your funeral? I did. My wife knows I don't want a funeral. I don't want a funeral. All I want it to be is to be like, people get together, have a party, enjoy life. Y'all wear white or whatever color you want. This isn't a sad time. This is a great time to remember Mr. Man's life. Because I lived a great life, man. I lived a really great life. I'll tell you what. I want people to get together, party, enjoy food, have some chicken. I'm a black guy. Have some chicken. The stereotype's legit. We all love chicken. No word of a lie. No word of a lie. All right. And I want to get cremated. Truthfully speaking, I want to get cremated. I don't want to be put in no box and, under the ground at some cemetery and people come there to mourn and leave flowers. But my body's ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Cremate me, let me go. Y'all just have a good time and remember the life. If y'all got pictures with me, fantastic. That's how you remember me. Life insurance. My man Simon Says is all about this. Life insurance. Whole life insurance. He talks about it all the time. IBC, Infinite Banking Concept. Be Your Own Bank by Nelson Nelson R. Nash, I believe it is. All right. It says give gifts before death. I don't know what that means. Whatever gifts you have, give that before your death. Do you have these things in line here? Spend unsheltered assets first. All right, there's a shelter of your assets and there's an unsheltered or unprotected assets. My wife and I have separate assets. So we have that already looked at and figured out. RSPs, this is Registered Retirement Savings Plan. That's something in Canada that the government gives us because we buy into it. Well, the government doesn't give it to us. They set it up. It's kind of like your 401ks in the US, your long-term investment or registered retired savings plan. Buy permanent life insurance. No, I wouldn't dare. Transfer property to joint ownership. My intent, doesn't matter what my intent is. So set up trust funds. Absolutely, you need to set up trust funds there. My advice would be to talk to Jake Claver. To all you guys who are unfamiliar with trust funds, look to Jake Claver. This man here is the head of a family office and he knows about these all too well. Make arrangements in case of incapacity. Again, you're walking across the street, car comes, boom, immediately done. What happens with all of this here? This is the kind of stuff that my group and I discuss. Every week we have a town hall and we have different individuals come through to provide different types of value. We've had Jake Claver come through to talk to us about wealth preservation models, wealth preservation structures, tax reduction, tax mitigation. This week, tomorrow, December 13th, Friday the 13th, we are having Sean of the XDC come through, an XDC representative. Let me show you who he is. Here we go. Sean of the XDC, a core member of the XDC network, Zenfin, personal research and opinions. This is who we are having. He is located in Australia. We are having him come through town hall this week. We've submitted 7 questions, and after the questions, we go through, like, we just shoot the shit, man, have a good time, and it's really, really, really impersonal or personal at this point here. We just kind of, a nice Q&A for everybody in the group. Throw questions, get your answers, have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real good environment here. This portion of the group, Mr. Man group here on the Patreon, is $10. It's $10 a month, and you get access to almost everything that I post there. Well, actually, you get access to everything. The free members get access to most things, and that's a lot of value still for the free members. Come in the chat room, chop it up there. I'm there, man. A bunch of other people are there. Figure you want to upgrade, you get access to things like this. You get access to my estate planning section. You get access to, I guess, begin your journey into DeFi at that point. You get access into some how-tos that we have there. You get access to the documentations that I find. A lot of them I don't even post on Twitter or YouTube. My group gets them. So that's where I'm going. What is your plan? When this happens and you have your coming to Jesus moment, what do you do? Do you withdraw and do you sell your crypto assets? Have to pay capital gains taxes on that. In Canada, it's 66.7%. Not sure what the US is. Italy was going to increase theirs, but up to 46%, but they decided to roll from 26% to only 28%. Dubai has 0%. How do you overcome this? What's your strategy? Like myself, I'm looking to open up a corporation here in Canada. That way my business can own the wallet, not Mr. Man. So when I go home, I'm a poor brother at that point. So the business can loan Mr. Man money at this point. So I'm borrowing against the business. Or me as the CEO could just borrow against it. Whichever the plan is. Whether the business loans it to me or I, Mr. Man, go to the business and borrow against it. Kind of like real estate. Right? The strategy is a value add strategy with real estate. You buy low, renovate it, increase the value, borrow or get it reevaluated from the bank again and an appraiser. I bought it $100,000. It's now worth $300,000 because of the renovations. I have $200K I can take out and use. Same thing for your crypto assets. All you gotta do is pay it back. How do you pay it back? The money you borrowed against it, you put it into other assets. That'll make you money. So then those assets pay it back for you. You don't have to pay it back. I'm not paying taxes on any of these things here. I don't want to pay taxes on them. The government set this structure up for us so we can tap into, so I intend to tap into it. I hope you do too. I hope you plan for the future. One of the things I'm looking to do too before I get off of this, make sure you have a thumb drive. Why is a thumb drive important? A thumb drive is important because on there you can have little videos. Here's my thumb drive. On there you can have videos of yourself stating that I'm now dead. And for you to get, this is what I have. I have X, I have Y, I have Z. Here's where you'll find X, Y, and Z. Here's my passwords, here's my ABC, here's where my this, that, and that, and the other is, here's where my gold is, here's where my silver is, here's where my executor is. I also have this book that states, or it's called, I'm Dead. Now what? These are the personal things to myself where it's just geared to me for what I want outside of the will. So now I have a paper trail or some way for other people to access my wants and to access my crypto, to access these things. You have to think ahead. If you ever die for whatever reason, you just don't even wake up tomorrow, something happens. Anything can happen at any moment. Was all of this a waste of your time? Was all this learning a waste? Was this give it everything you have for your family, working extra hours so you can continue to stack and stack and stack, a waste of your time? If not, I would highly implore that you start to take this stuff serious here. Look at opening a corporation so you can borrow against the crypto assets so you don't have to deplete your assets. And that way you have as much assets as you can, and they continue to appreciate and you continue to earn. Take those earnings, throw it into DeFi. Who knows about your structure? Your family does, or the person who you give that thumb drive to, because now they understand what it is that you want. And you have your estates in order. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this one here. I'll catch you on the next one.
We making moves. We making major moves. We making moves.